What is going on? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of American Hip Hop and Entertainment. Okay, this is your host Joel Davis. If it's your first time tuning in to the broadcast, do me a favor, go ahead on and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Definitely please like and share. Now, with that being said, let's get into this. Guys, uh you know, Nipsey Hussle was one of the very few rappers that I actually had respect for in this day and age. For one, he was near my age, and for two, he really constituted the whole saying "do for self" that we don't see a lot in the black community. And with his untimely death, it was really a sad thing to really to experience, Um it really was. And to experience that and to have people just drag his name has always irked me. But one thing I do know is that the person that has always been in the center of attention for this has always been on Wack 100. I mean, everybody know Wack 100 is just that dude that has always found himself in controversy, right? So, with that being said, we are gonna go up here and get into this story and also play a clip of what um Hassan Campbell has said about the situation of Wack trying to extort Nipsey for actually having this alleged sex tape, and then of him and Laura London and another guy, and then we'll go from there. So with that being said, let's roll into this.
Let's go. He got killed by his own homeboy, bro. And Nipsey know he wasn't acting that type of nigga. You know, he do that nigga working, fucking with a nigga that's a body man. Everybody know dude's a body man. I've been saving his career, bro. Nipsey got gay shit on him, bro. Also on my mom. We got all the footage. Wow. Yeah, nigga, he paying a nigga to fuck his baby mama with him. Baby mama. That's all y'all getting. Y'all didn't hit them likes. Did y'all not hear what he just said? Huh?
Now, apparently, this was on Hassan Campbell's whole page. And I mean, it was just wild. But let's jump over and talk about the story. in its entirety on how we got here. So Wack 100 has once again found himself at the center of controversy. On Tuesday, April the 19th, the podcast host Hassan Campbell played a recording of the veteran music manager discussing a sex tape allegedly involving the late Nipsey Hussle and another man and the mother of Nip's son, Lauren London. Campbell said he only knows about the tape because he overheard Nipsey's former manager, Big U, and Wack 100 speak about it on a three-way call they didn't realize he was on. He also alleged Big U and Wack 100 tried to use the tape to extort London for 30% of Nipsey estate. In the recording, Wack 100 talked about how Nipsey was fucking with you know what, and claimed he was saving his career. And he added, yeah, he paying a you know what to freak his baby mama with him. After the clip was posted to the Neighborhoods Talks Instagram account, comments poured in shaming Wack 100 over the allegations. Let Nip rest peacefully. Wack is super whack for this, one person wrote, while another said, you just don't speak on the dead in this way. This is very tasteless. Someone else also referred to him as the 6ix9ine of old ninjas, suggesting they share similar traits when it comes to speaking on the dead. Wack 100 has sparked ire from Nipsey Hussle fans before because in 2019, just 9 months after Nipsey was fatally shot outside the Marathon clothing store in South Central Los Angeles, Wack was stopped by TMZ outside of the game's 40th birthday party and asked if he thought Nip died a legend. He wasn't, Wack said at the time. What's a legend? Define a legend. Let's keep it real. If Dr. Dre died right now, we'll say we lost a legend, right? Based upon what? Numbers, right? Body of work, right? How many albums did Nipsey drop? One album, right? This not personal ish. This is real ish. The man died with 1 million followers. He continued. No radio hits, no platinum hits, no world tours. After he died, he went platinum, sold a bunch of records. Followers went up 9, 10 million. First of all, we got to define what's a freaking legend is and what it's freaking ain't. Was he on his way? I think within time, yes, he would have been at the time of his demise. Let's keep it real. The truth can't be defined as disrespect. It is that means you lying to you mother freaking self. And that is the rest of the article. Now, I'm going to remove the content here and we're going to talk about Hassan Campbell. So after this happened, Wack 100 heard about this, and I guess they met up at Clubhouse, right? So when Wack 100 met up with Hassan Campbell at Clubhouse, and I'm about to put that out now. Now I can't play this clip because it's real juicy. It really is. Uh because I really yeah, it's like mad crazy. Um and it's long. But one thing I can say is that when they did respond, oh Lord have mercy. It was not a good, it wasn't good, man. He responded to this man on Clubhouse, and let's put it to you this way. It was on Wack 100, it was Clubhouse episode 170. It was crazy, man. I mean, he basically called this man, talked about this man getting violated by African Bambaataa. Now, if you don't know who African Bambaataa is, let's go to the story here. We're going to talk about this right quick. Now, this was on the Daily News. And I'm going to put this on the thing because I want to make sure when I put my sources, nobody ain't saying I'm trying to go after any kind of YouTuber because this is all fair use. Now, the hip hop legend, African Bambaataa, everybody know he was accused of sex abuse by 3 more men. And people say he was a pervert, right? Now, African Bambaataa was basically treated Hassan Campbell during the late 80s like a father figure. You know, when he was hungry, he gave him a place to stay. When he had trouble at home, he gave him a bed. When Campbell needed money, he gave him cash, right? Now, at the time when Hassan Campbell came out on this, he was 39 years old, and this was back in 2016. So, you know, fast forward now, 6 years ago, Hassan Campbell about 44, 45 years of age. But he also talked about there were celebrities there, musicians, neighborhood heroes, and was the best time to be in the worst place to be. Now, this is out of his own words. Okay, he told us to the Daily News. Now, Campbell and several men told the news at that time back in April that this pioneer turned rapper was violating them. Okay, all right. Uh, Now the Democratic Party activist Ronald Savage also claimed too he was abused by him about 5 times in 1980, inflicting deep emotional wounds. I know what Ronald Savage is saying is true because he did it to me. That was a 50-year-old New York man who requested anonymity also spoken. So African Bambaataa was always known to take advantage of these of children, what they were saying. So now let's see here. They trying to get the reform the statute of limitations because I think it's all past the statute of limitations of what African Bambaataa did. Now, what happened with African Bambaataa? What he did was he messed up a lot of people's lives. Right now, a lot of people said that he showed them pornography pictures and videos, and he had them perform on him. You know what it is. And then he would tell them all kind of stuff. You know, you don't have to be a certain way for me to do what I need to do to you. Now, Campbell said that he remained close to Bambaataa years after the abuse stopped. Bambaataa sent him money, sent him books, and put money in his commissary account when he was incarcerated for the 3 years on an assault charge. Now, Campbell's supposed to be known on the street as Poppy and everything else. But then he posted an angry video accusing Bambaataa of the abuse several months ago. But he took the video down after Bambaataa and Zulu Nation officials agreed to meet with him. Campbell said Bambaataa acknowledged the abuse and apologized to him at the meeting. The hip hop pioneer promised that he would get counseling, open up a center for troubled youth, and step down from the Zulu Nation. So Campbell said he never did those things and he was a liar. Okay, that's what he was told. Now, everybody now is standing with these guys because they are saying that it really happened. But you know, Wack 100, and I had to say that part. Let me go move this for a minute. Wack 100 is gonna come at you head on when you go out here and you start talking about his business and trick them the way Hassan tricked him. He basically said on Clubhouse that nobody was talking when African Mbata was bending you over like you was one of his little girls. Darn, man, that was cold, man. But that's Wack 100. We know how he is. But how did we get here, right? How did we get here? It's easy how this drama started. Let's go back to Hassan Campbell's debut on a podcast with Wack 100. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this right quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hit that like button. I want to get deep in this. I want to expose. So let's see what happens here. I'm trying to get the. All right. So I'm gonna go to allhiphop.com. Shout out to allhiphop.com. I ain't been in that site for years, but it's got good content. It always gives you good clarification. Let's go up here and add this back to the screen. Now, this is what happened on the 6ix9ine interview, right? So 6ix9ine is still walking around and he got some friends with him. And on this one, Wack 100 Academics and Hassan Campbell. But let's talk about the connection between them three. All right. Of 6ix9ine, Wack 100, and Hassan Campbell. Now, the last time I checked, Wack 100 said that he was somewhat involved in managing 6ix9ine. I don't know if that's still true or not, but that's what he said when 6ix9ine first came out. I know Academics and 6ix9ine are very tight. They hang out together. They have talked about how they have a great friendship uh outside of business with each other. So if that is the case, then Hassan Campbell should have known that when you're about to break into the business, because this is a podcast, they were all together to get an exclusive with another exclusive interview with um Takashi 6ix9ine. You know good and blame well you can't go up in there and ask these crazy questions, man, because you got to ask questions that's going to pertain to what that's going to make the audience and those followers that follow that type of content of these guys back for more. Now I'm going to keep breaking it on down. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So this is what happened. So in the latest podcast, right, these guys are wrangled and put out. Everybody saw what they were talking about it. I knew it was coming, but I didn't realize how to divulge it would actually be. Well, they got on the topic of snitching. Oh yeah, that's on his every time you turn around, snitching, right? I do not know why, but Hassan decided to get into the debate about it with 6ix9ine, who is a snitch. Now, this is where I say on Hassan part, and like I said, no flag. I ain't throwing no shade. I'm just being 3,000. If you are being introduced into a platform where you're trying to get the bag, and you are a up and coming um what they call themselves podcaster, you have no business when they got their guests on and you're just tagging along like you're trying to do this and that, you need to collaborate and have a game plan when to jump in and when not. That right there was not a one to jump in. You know, it's a highly controversial issue. You know that these guys are good with this dude. You should have let them handle it out. Now, if you didn't like what they're saying or whatever, you could have went to the side and talked to Wack 100 or any of those guys because it's their podcast, their guests. Hey, man, I got a problem with some of the stuff y'all said about that, man. I would like to address homie on the side and tell him what I think about that. And that would have been that. You know, y'all could have handled it like gentlemen or whatever. But especially you being an older cat. I mean, damn, dude. I mean, Hassan, you 40, almost 45 or 45 years old, bro. I mean, I'm just keeping it a butt with you. I mean, no disrespect, man, but it is what it is. Now, and Wack 100 acted as a very good mentor. But at any way, why would a non-snitch dude argue with the snitch dude and then 6ix9ine brought up to Nipsey like that meant anything at all, which was like what everybody said was so weird. And then they talked about when he got his kidnapped with his own gang, which I'm not even trying to even get into all that. But I say that to say this, to wrap this all up with this video. Give me 1 second here. Is that they all started because Hassan Campbell at the time decided that he had to put his 2 cents in. And if you want to try to put your 2 cents in on stuff like this, man, you know what I'm saying? You got to know when and when not to speak. You feel me? Because you trying to get the bag, right? You trying not to only get YouTube money. You're trying to get the next step up money, right? You're trying to get that entertainment money. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to be on the level of Wack 100 and the academics. You're trying to get to that, 25, 50 mil mark. Well, you can't get that way if you're going out here and jumping ahead of the game. Now, you're recording the guys for leverage. I'm not surprised. I mean, this is Hassan, right? This is the same guy that I've seen beef with Kwame Brown. I don't know. I mean, to me, great YouTuber. No offense to Hassan. Respect him as a YouTuber. But I could tell by his demeanor, he's the type of dude that he'll switch up on you in a heartbeat. You feel me? He just that dude. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I see. But hey, a lot of people like that, right? A lot of people switch up on you. But that's just what it is what it is. Now, when it comes to Wack 100, everybody know what Wack is, man. Wack is a businessman first. Yeah, he used to be in the streets, but he's a businessman. Now, him having that tape of allegedly of Nipsey Hussle, I mean, he talks about it. He say he has it. Why hasn't he dropped it? Or whatever have you. I'm quite sure that maybe because he is extorting. I don't know. But I do know this. I do know that he does have a disdain for Nipsey Hussle. I mean, come on now. The things you said about the man, it ain't like you look at the man like he's some kind of, icon, or y'all want to, one day if he was alive, y'all would be kicking it and having a beer or whatever at a cookout. You feel me? And Big U ain't gonna say nothing anyway because Big U is like Big U always been. You know what I'm saying? He gonna sit back and he's gonna talk whenever he feel like he needs to talk. Y'all know how that joker get down. And academics with all this, hey, this is good for academics platform because having all of these controversial people under one podcast, which once again I give it up to academics. That's why he's one of the best YouTubers out there in his niche. He knows what to come up with to make people actually tune in and get them talking. I mean, it is what it is, man. So I hope they resolve it, man, because like I said before, I don't really see right now Hassan getting another opportunity to chase the major bag like that again on a major syndicate podcast like Wack 100 and freaking DJ Academics is having. But he may get another shot. I don't know. But y'all know with the music business, man, All it takes is for you to cross the wrong one. And if they the gatekeeper, it is what it is. But anyway, man, y'all jump in the comment section. Our first official video. Tell me what you think, guys. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Was Hassan Campbell wrong for recording my man's Wack 100 without his consent? And also, too, do you think that Big U should say something instead of dropping subliminals? Get in the comments, tell me what y'all think. Take care of yourself. I'm out.